Have you ever confused about the terms module, package, and library in Python, or wondered what a class really is and how to actually use built-in modules like math? Hello and welcome to Ben Academy. In this video, we will break all of these concepts down in a simple and practical way. Let's get started. I'll show you. In Python, we organize code using three main concepts: modules, packages, and libraries. Let's start with the smallest unit, modules. Module is simply a single Python file. It can contain multiple functions, classes, variables, and executable code, not just one function. For example, imagine a file called mathunit.py. You can define it like this. This is just an example. I don't want to focus on the define and return functions here. I just want to say that a module can contain something like this to define some functions, predefined functions, and also variable and executable codes. The two cases at the beginning for add and subtract actually are the functions defined in this module. The pi is a variable, that's a constant value that is defined here. And the last one is an executable code. This can be stored as a file, for example, math_units_py, as I told, and you can call it while you're scripting. As you may know, a function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task, like printing, as you have used it before, or adding or subtracting, as I defined here. But a class is like a template or design of creating objects. It defines what data an object has and what actions it can perform. With an example, I will let you know. So a class allows you to group data and functions together in a structural way. And now we defined a class like car with the name of car. The properties like color or speed can be defined. We define color here. And some functions like start can be defined. So the collection of something that are related with a specific purpose and can be structured together is actually a class. So color of the car and starting or the speed of the car, all of them are related to the car. So all of them can be categorized, can be gathered in a class to be used later. So as I told, class is also one of the items that can be stored in a module. Another item that can be stored in a module, as I told, is executable code. It means a code that runs immediately when the file is executed. Overall, a module is a way to group related code, including functions, classes, variables, and executable statements, all in one file. Next, we have a package. A package is a folder that contains multiple modules. For example, your project structure might look like this. You may have a package that includes some subcategories that all of them are modules. So the module of init, the module of math units, and module of starting units, all of them are defined in a category that is named as package. You can specify a name for your package, like my package or anything. So a package can include different files, py files, that each file is actually a module. And you can use it like this. For example, you can say from my package, that is the package you have defined, import math units. That is a module stored in your package, my package. And after calling that module, you can use the functions defined in that module. For example, you can say result math units. That is the name of the module. If you use the add function that I defined before in that file, you can use 2 and 3 as arguments. This function uses these two arguments and add them. So if I print, you can find the result. That should be 5. But now I haven't stored that module or package in my computer, so I cannot run it now. I just want to say how to import, how to use the modules and functions. And finally, we have a library. A library is a large collection of packages and modules designed to solve a specific problem. For example, NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib are the famous libraries, are defined in the Python, and you can call them and you can use the packages and modules inside them. For example, to use a library, you can again call it by importing. For example, if you want to use NumPy library, you can import NumPy, and you can specify a name for it as np, and then you can say x equals 3. So if I use y np dot sign x, I can use the sign function that is defined in NumPy in this way by using the name of library at the beginning, using a dot, and then writing the name of function that is defined in that library. I used np instead of NumPy because I changed the name of library. I renamed it in this specific script as np. So instead of writing NumPy here, I wrote np. After a dot, I can use and I can call the functions inside that library like this. So in this way, if I print y, I can see that the sign of 3 is executed. You can see that the value is 0.14 and it's the sign of 3. And 3 is defined here as radians, not in degree. An easy way to understand this is with an analogy. A module is like a single book, a package is like a bookshelf containing multiple books, and a library is the same entire building full of bookshelves. And in programming, you can say that a module is a file, a package is a folder of modules that contains some files, and a library is a complete toolkit built for packages. Now, let's talk about how to actually use these in Python. I said something, but it was not organized, so let me explain it in more detail. Python comes with something called the Python standard library. This includes many built-in modules like the math module. I want to use them and I want to show you how to call them. For example, to import math module from a standard library of Python, I can write import math. In this way, I'm calling all the functions inside math and variables. So if I write x equals 3.14, and so if I write print math.sign x, you can see here that I have used the functions inside math. One of the functions is sign. So to use that function, I have to first write the name of module, that is math, and after a dot, I can write the name of that function, that is sign. So now I can run it, and you can see that the value is obtained. It's not 0 because the value of pi, it's not exactly 3.14. You can use it with more digits. You can see that it's more close to 0. The other way to import modules and use them is to write something like this. If you need only one function, you can write from name of that module, that is math, import sign. In this way, I'm only importing sign from the module of math. So now if I print sign 3.14, I can use the sign function directly without writing math as I wrote in the previous cell. So now if I run it, you can see the same output is obtained, but only sign is imported here. The other way, if you need multiple functions, you can write something like this from math import sine and cosine, and now I can print it again, sine or cosine. And if I run it, you can see that the first one is 0 and second one is -1. As I mentioned in previous section, you can also rename the module, and you can write it import, for example, math as empty, or import numpy as np. If I write x equals 3.1415 and print empty dot sign x, sign is also defined with exactly the same name in numpy, so I can write print np.sign x2. And if I run it, you can see that both are the same. So sign function is defined in two different modules. And sometimes different libraries have functions with the same name, like sign that I showed you. And that's why using clear import is very important. Avoid using this from math import star or from numpy import star. This is the way you can import all the functions from the math and all the functions from numpy. But because of similar names in these two modules, it may create some confusions and errors. So avoid using this. You can use only one module at once in your script. Do not use more than one modules in this way. And finally, if you want more libraries, you can install them from PyPy, or you can use distributions like Anaconda. That's why we introduced Anaconda in the first lesson to be used in this tutorial, because of availability of many libraries and modules in Anaconda. Okay, thanks for watching this video. I hope this tutorial was useful for you. You can check our channel to watch other lessons of this tutorial and also the other videos in our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share our video with your friends. See you.